We're going to do some password spraying. We're going to use a tool on Kali to spray a single password against a whole bunch of users on Server 2016. The first thing we need to do is, for our test, decide on what password we think is the one that various of the users will use. In Server 2016, open a command prompt, and you'll want to open it in administrator mode. Right-click the command prompt, and more, run as administrator. Now we'll be able to use the net user command to create users. Let's first see how many local users there are. Just type net space user, press enter. You may have a variety of users. I have administrator and guest, and then just some system users. I'm going to create some users. I'll type net user Chris. Now the password I'm going to use that some of the users will have and some will not will be capital PA22W0RD bang. And then / add. Okay, we've added one user. Let's add another. Let's say that Moo also has that password. I've up arrowed, and I'm just going to change this Moo. Okay, Moo has that password. Now I'm just going to create a bunch of users that don't have that password. So let me up arrow and let me create Sherry. Sherry. And the password will be something different. Because the idea with password spraying is you've got a huge list of users, and you're hoping that at least some of them will use this very popular password. Maybe you figured out one password that someone's using and you figure, oh, maybe a lot of other people are using this. Or you're just guessing at the most likely password. Now, of course, it has to be a password that works with the system. In Server 2016, it has to be at least 8 characters and 3 different types: uppercase, lowercase, number, special symbol. So let's just have Sherry use one password with a capital P. All right, and let's do the same. Let's just create a bunch of other users, same password. Okay, Manny is like this, and then Maina and Sydney. Maina, and then Sydney. And I'll just create 2 more. Jaja, which is my cat. Jaja, and Daisy, my dog. All right, so I have a whole bunch of users, some of which use the target password. If I type net user again and press enter, I can see my various users. Now, I need to create a user list, which I'm going to do in Kali. There are various tools that will just like use common first names, or you can just create a list or whatever. You can download these. I'm just going to create a list right here, and we're just going to try them. Let's say I went to a trade show and I collected business cards, or I was chatting with people, so I know their names. I just am not sure about the password. In Kali, I'm just going to right-click, and I'm going to create a document, an empty file, and I'm going to call it users.txt. Press enter, and I'm just going to double-click it. It opens in Mousepad, and I'm just going to start putting in those accounts. Administrator, Maina, Chris, Sydney, Jaja, and you can, of course, create whatever usernames you want and whatever password you want. Okay, so I think I've got them all here. All right, so I have them. Let me save this. I have my user file. If this was an Active Directory domain, there are many password spraying tools that will just dump all the users from Active Directory. In our case, we don't have a domain, so we're doing it manually, but we still have a tool that can spray just like a standalone server. Okay, the only thing I still need from Server 2016 is its IP address. Let me just CLS, clear screen, and IP config. It is, for me, 192.168.252.137. You get yours. Coming back to Kali, let's now do this. We're going to type Hydra, and first of all, we're just thinking, well, I wonder what the usage for Hydra is. Okay, Hydra, press enter, and if we scroll back, our syntax is Hydra, and then you can either provide with a lowercase l a single username, or with an uppercase L a file, which is what we have. And then with a lower p, the single password, or with an upper P, a file of passwords, which we don't have. Or you can even have a combination, tac capital C, a file, and then what you do in every line is you say Chris : password 1 or whatever, and the next line, the next line, follow this format. And then tac capital M, this could be a list of servers to attack. We could then also get details about the service modules. That's the protocols that we could attack. The easiest way, probably in our case, is just to follow this. Well, Hydra to this file with a single password, and then we're just going to up here type the service, the protocol, // and then either the server IP or the resolvable name. In our case, the service, if you look down here, you can choose one of these. There are a whole bunch of services, from Asterisk, which is an open source VoIP PBX. You can have Cisco. You can have HTTP, FTP, the secure versions. You can have, let's see, what else do we have? MySQL, MSSQL, MongoDB, NNTP, Oracle, PostgreSQL, POP, SSH. The one I'm looking for is SMB, that one right there. So we're going to type SMB up here, // and then the IP address. So if we do this just right, they even give us kind of an example here. Let's type in Hydra, tac capital L. I have a list, and I need to provide the path to users.txt. It is in my profile, /desktop, /users.txt, and then the tac small p password that I think some of them might be using is capital P, A22W0RD, bang. And then it's SMB, // the IP address, 192.168.252.137. That is the IP address of server 2016. Now, if I've done it all right, I should be able to just hit enter and let it rip. Aha! And it went through the whole list here, and it found 3 users that this logon is successful for. So that's password spraying, just like that. Boom.